Criminals without limits versus cops without fear. The irresistible force meeting the immovable object. Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam and welcome to my review for Den of Thieves. This movie was directed by Christian Gudegast. I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. And this movie stars Gerard Butler, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and O'Shea Jackson Jr. And like I said in the intro, this movie is basically about cops versus robbers, but much more extreme than what I made it out to be. The criminals in this movie are preparing to rob the Federal Reserve Bank of Los Angeles, the only bank that has never been robbed. While the cops, in this movie they're known as the Regulators, are led by Nick O'Brien, played by Gerard Butler. And they are the cops that you definitely do not want to run into. Is Den of Thieves good or bad? It's actually a lot more complicated than you think. Upon first thoughts, as I was leaving the theater, I didn't like it. But the more I've thought about it and gotten to think about everything, this movie is not as bad as I first thought. It certainly has its problems. The biggest positive I could give to this movie is Gerard Butler. He is so much fun to watch. He is fun on a bun. He basically has all of the vices. He smokes, he drinks, he's always eating at either a Carl's Jr. or a Hardee's. To show just how hardcore he is in this movie, just look at how he is introduced. He arrives at this crime scene. He's sporting a shiner. He's hungover. He lights up a cigarette. He curses at all of his, mates, I guess. He then picks up a donut that is at the crime scene, that is actual evidence. He eats half of it, and then he walks over to this other guy, and then he throws it back into the crime scene, and then he lights another cigarette. This guy is awesome in kind of all the wrong ways. In the hands of any other actor, this performance probably would have died a death. But Gerard Butler made it work. I liked Gerard Butler's performance the most because out of all the other performances, his was the one that I cared about the most. The criminals, I just did not care about. O'Shea Jackson Jr. and Curtis 50 Cent Jackson were pretty much just there. I can't say anything good or bad about them because they were just there. However, despite the characters kind of being not so good, the action scenes were great. The shootouts in this movie were awesome, with great sound design too. Every time a bullet was fired, you heard it. Like, it was loud. But at the same time, this movie is 2 hours and 20 minutes long. No. I'm not even that good of an editor, and yet I was sitting there thinking, they could have cut that. They could have easily cut that. I felt like this movie could have easily been 2 hours, or better yet, this movie could have been a limited series on HBO. Like, just space it out over like 4 or 5 weeks, and it would have been fine. But this movie really is long in the tooth, and it shows. But guys, in the end, Den of Thieves is not terrible. It definitely has a lot of positives, but for every positive, there is a negative. I don't think I'll ever watch this movie again, but I didn't hate the fact that I saw it. There were good things in Den of Thieves, but there were also bad things. If you like heist movies, then this may be for you. I can't really say because movies are subjective and it's really up to you. But that is all for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please be sure to leave a like and to also subscribe so that you never miss one of my new videos. And did you like Den of Thieves? Did you hate Den of Thieves? Or did you think it was just okay? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And the links to all of my social media will be in the description below. My name is Ryan Cam, and I'll see you in the next one.